कमरे में खेलो, उस कमरे में खेलो, यहाँ नहीं। शिबू, अभी बुआ बुला रही थी तब नहीं आ रहे थे आप। अब बुआ काम करने लगी है, पढ़ाई करने लगी है, तो अब आ रहे हो। गलत बात है ना। बाय। हाँ ओके बाय। Okay, so what we are going to do is I am thinking, as we in the last video we had discussed कि यूपी ट्रिपल एससी का सिलेबस क्या है फॉर द पेट 2026, राइट। और वहाँ पर इंग्लिश भी थी, वोकैबुलरी भी होंगी और डेफिनेटली लाइक लॉट्स ऑफ थिंग्स थी। And as we are also working on our aptitude English kind of stuff for tech interviews also. So as we know, our tech interviews are entirely in English. We are supposed to have some knowledge of them too, right? So this is a book. What we are going to cover. I decided. I thought maybe I will be able to cover this part of the book in this month and August, as we have I'm also required to do two certification and like in cloud computing, which are I have to give that like written examination I was supposed to give. So like my focus will be like 950 if we divide our part of the time of the day, 60 to 9, like for the 90% of the day is 60 to 30% or 40 to 50%. So 50% will be divided for the cloud computing and 40% for the Jupyter policy and tech interviews and all this stuff, right? So I'm gonna start this book. If you want to be the same, have the same book or content you want, I cannot like just click the picture and sit there and WhatsApp channel or somewhere else. So you can buy this book. This book is of the Kushwaha. If you don't want, we will be definitely like I'm sharing the data of the book. I'm not saying that I'm sharing. I'm just learning, and I'm explaining these stuff, right? So our book starts with the one word constitution, substitution, not constitution, one word substitution, and let's try to know what exactly those one word substitutions are written here, right? The very first is I think I should if I think I should like I'm sorry for the inconvenience because I do have this much space only which I can use, and so for that I'm supposed to have such. Do I have any other thing? Yeah, I have. So which I'm supposed to have, which I'm supposed to wear because I don't know like who they are will say what they are going to say, and I don't want any bad rumor out there. That's why, like, although I am recording things for myself for my future, like if I'm getting a stroke or just trying to record as in proof that you know it's like in the पढ़ाई की थी ये पढ़ाया, but who knows? Okay, so let's do not talk about people. Let's talk about ourselves, and we are focused. Should be focused on that, right? So the very first thing is कि हम वन वर्ड सब्स्टिट्यूशन करने जा रहे हैं और मैं इतना मैंने सुबह पढ़ा था as you know. So it was our section first, and मुझे लगता है इससे ज़्यादा मैं कभी पढ़ भी ना पाती अगर मैं अभी थोड़ा सा गट्स नहीं लगा रही, मुझे बहुत नींद आ रही थी. So I'm going to clear it out, and इस बार I'm thinking like last time मैंने बोला था जब तक 6 घंटे नहीं होते तब तक नहीं होती, और अभी 6 बजने वाला है somewhere around. So we'll try कि 9 बजे तक, राइट. सो विल ट्राई टू जब तक इसमें 3 घंटे ना हो जाए वही नहीं लिखेंगे, और मैंने बुक्स अपने पास रखी है, मेरे रीड ही करना है और कुछ नहीं करना है, राइट. So I'm going to start it. This is going to start it, and it says A person who is unable to stop taking harmful drugs is called rationally lathia or addict, right? A person who is between 13 to 18-year old is called adolescent, right? A person is skillful and clever, especially in dealing with people, is called adult, जिसको हम हिंदी में दक्ष या चतुर भी बोलते हैं. Fourth is a person angry and behaving in a threatening way, or we can say ready to attack, is called aggressive person, akramak. And the next is a person who believes that nothing can be known about God or of anything except material things, as called agnostic, 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 right? agnostic, agnostic. जिसका हिंदी मतलब है वह व्यक्ति जिसकी धारणा हो कि ईश्वर मानव बुद्धि के लिए अगम्य है. अगम्य मतलब अनरीचेबल है, जिसके बारे में हम जान नहीं सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट इज वन हु devotes his life to the welfare and interest of other people. दूसरों की लिए अपनी लाइफ को डिवोट कर देना इज कॉल्ड अल्ट्रुइस्ट और परोपकारी. One who write down one's detection is called immunist. Immunist इमला लिखने वाला. One who engages in any pursuit for the love of it and not for gain. Like कैसे a person who, like हमारा पैशन होता है किसी चीज के लिए, तो something we love and out of love we do that thing, right? So it's called amateur शौकिया कलाकार या खिलाड़ी. One who use both hands with equal ease is called ambidextrous. Ambidextrous दोनों हाथों को समान रूप से कार्य कर लेने वाला या दोनों हाथों से जो लिख लेता है, right? One who believes in no government and therefore incites disorder in the street is anarchist. एक पर्सन जो गवर्नमेंट में बिलीव नहीं करता है और अपने मन की करता है और कुछ अनवांटेड चीजें करता है, काइंड ऑफ स्टफ, इज कॉल्ड anarchist. अन anarchist spelling है anarchist. anarchist called is ajaktavadi. Huh. Okay, next is one who fishes with rod as a hobby is called angler. angler. सलाह की सहायता से मछली पकड़ने वाला angler. angler. One who studies, collects and sell things of past की चीजों को कलेक्ट करना, लेखों को यानी कुछ रिटन थिंग्स को पढ़ना और उनको सेल करना, कलेक्शन काइंड ऑफ स्टफ इज कॉल्ड एंटीक्वेरियन. मेरी प्रोनाउंसिएशन सही ना हो. एंटीक्वेरियन प्राचीन वस्तुओं का संग्रह और अध्ययन करने वाला. One who appointed by parties to settle dispute is called arbitrator. A person who studies culture of the past and examine the remains found in the ground is called archaeologist. पुरातत्व विज्ञान त्याग ज्ञाता. 15 number is a person whose job is designing building, etc. is called architect. A person who creates work of art. A person who creates work of art, especially painting or drawing, is called artist. A person whose job involves traveling, working in a space car is called astronaut. A person who does not believe in existence of God is called atheist. A person who competes in his sport is called athlete. A person who flies an aeroplane is called aviator or pilot. A person who is in charge of the money in a particular game or bank, games or bank is called banker. A person who is fond of fighting as the bellicose. A person who is fond of fighting is called bellicose. Ballicose. Bellicose. Maybe no. A child born of unmarried parents. What? A child born of unmarried parents is called bastard. Ew. A person who gains as a result of something is beneficiary. A lover of books is called bibliolog. Bibliophile. Bibli, bibliophile. 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 Okay, bibliophile. A person who hates, fear, or distrust books. A person who hates book. A person who hates book, fear of the book, or distrust book is called bibliophobe. पुस्तकों से घृणा करने वाला ऐसा नहीं कोई होता क्या maybe okay so in this like one word substitution from 1 to 26 we have learned we read it them out and the difficult word according to the literature who wrote this book are skillful means योग्य threatening means डरावना devote means किसी कार्य को पूर्ण करना पूर्ण लगन मतलब फुल फोकस से करना welfare समृद्धि और कल्याण डिक्टेशन इज इमला और श्रुत लेख सुनकर लिखने वाला लेख persuade सौख्यकार is easy और आसानी insights किसाना और भटकाना dispute विवाद झगड़ा कल्चर संवर्धन मानवीय शक्तियों का विकास स्पेसक्राफ्ट अंतरिक्ष विमान existence is अस्तित्व found of its shocking right now we're gonna read this one word substitution from 27 to 59 right now and what are the words that we are going to learn about the definition or define tiny definition of those words is by God, biographer, bo, bo, bohemian is the borrower, burglar, calligrapher, cannibal, cannibal, capitalist, capital, caretaker, carnivorous, carnivorous, centenarian, cal, candler, charlatan. I don't know how to speak this word. I'm so sorry about that. And then it's a chauffeur, safer, right? Safer. Car chalak is chauffeur chopper, then we are supposed to know the name colleague, comedian, companion, complacent, conjurer, connoisseur, cons, conscript, conservative, contemporary, convergence, then we have concute, uh, cosmopolitan, critic, culprit, cynic, and demagogue. Okay, maybe I'm not able to speak और प्रोनाउंस क्लियरली बस 4 से 5 बार विल जब इस बुक का रिव्यू करेंगे तो हो जाएगा लाइक मे बी लाइक इतने एक्सपेक्टेशंस तो रखनी चाहिए ना एक्सपेक्टेशंस सिर्फ रखो जो कभी पूरी ना हो या oh sorry so let's back to the 27th one word and we're gonna do read them out sorry one who has narrow religious view. At least it is me. One who has one who have narrow religious view is called by God. We can say धार्मिक मामलों में संकीर्ण विचार वाले को कहते हैं by God. Then a person who writes the story of another person's life is called biographer, जीवनी लेखक. One who does not follow the usual rules of a social life is called bohemian, a व्यक्ति जो अपनी कला को नवीन ढंग से प्रस्तुत करता है. Wow. A person or an organization that borrows money specifically or especially from bank is called borrower. A brandkarta, one who break in house to steal. One who in a house to steal is the bulgral stain लगाने वाला चोर. Then a person whose handwriting is very beautiful is called calligrapher. One who eat human flesh is called cannibal Narvachi. A person who owns or control a lot of wealth or uses it to produce more wealth is called capitalistic Punjipati. A person who capture a person or animal and keeps them as prisoner is called capture is कैद करने वाला. A person whose job is to take care of a building such as a school or a block of flats or an apartment of building is called caretaker. One who lives in one who lives in flesh. A person मतलब ऐसा कुछ जो 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 जिंदा रहने के लिए सिर्फ फ्लेश खाता है मांस खाता है इज कॉल्ड मांसाहारी. वन हु इज ऑलवेज फाइंडिंग फॉल्ट्स जो ऐसा पर्सन जो दोष ही निकालता हो सिर्फ इज कॉल्ड consorious. One who is 100 year old as century, right? So centenarian, centen century, right? Centenarian. One who is 100 year old is centenarian. A person or a shop that sells equipment for ships is called canadal, as पानी के जहाजों का सामान बेचने वाला. One who pretends to know a great deal about everything is called charlant, dabbi or anadi. One who drives a motor car is called chauffeur, a car chalak. One who mends shoes is a chopper, mochi. A person who work in same department of office is called colleague, a secretary, or an entertainer who makes people laugh by telling jokes or funny stories called comedian. We also call them maskhara or vidushak. A person or an animal that travels with you or spend a lot of time with you is called companion. Wow, can say sathi. One who is completely self-satisfied is called complacent. आत्मसंतुष्ट व्यक्ति. A person who is a person who does clever tricks which appear magical is called conjurer, jadugar. One who has a special skill of judging art, music, taste, etc. It's called Canosier, Canosier, right? Canosier. No, Canosier. हाँ, it is actually Canosier. As कला का निर्णायक जो कैसी कला में पारंगत हो. A person who is forced by law to become a soldier is conscript. सेना में जबरदस्ती भर्ती किया गया व्यक्ति. uh, one who believes in keeping things as they are is conservative, रूढ़िवादी. One who living at the same time as another is contemporary, समकालीन. One who is receiving, actually one who is recovering from illness is called convalescent. Convalescent बीमारी के बाद स्वस्थ होने वाला व्यक्ति, as in me. A girl or a woman who flirts, that tries to attract people to make advances in love simply to satisfy her vanity is called chulbuli aurat. Concute, one a person who regards the whole world for as his country is पूरे विश्व को अपनी कंट्री मानने वाला व्यक्ति is called cosmo cosmopolitan 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 विश्व नागरिक. A person who express opinion about good or bad qualities of book, music, etc. is called critic, आलोचक. What? Express opinion good over it, about good over it. So आलोचक कैसे critic कैसे हो सके? A critic तो उसको बोलते हैं ना when a person is only doing bad thing about you, saying bad thing about people or thing or any kind of stuff. Let's see, I don't know. So a person who does a person who has done something wrong against the law is called culprit. One who sneer, what do mean, this means sneer is means द्वेष भाव से हंसना या मुस्कुराना. As we say, he was sneering at me. So one who sneer at aims and beliefs of his fel- fellow men, cynic, manodveshi, leader of people who can sway. What does it mean sway? Sway means प्रभावित करना. A leader of the people who can sway his follower by his oratory, भाषण देने की कला, public speaking, right? Oratory is called demagogue, भड़काने वाला नेता या वक्ता. So what are the difficult words here? I think I should highlight those difficult words that were for me. I don't know how to pronounce this word, demagogue. Okay, so I'm gonna write them out so that in future, if ever I'll have दिमाग change हो गया मेरा, so I will go and will search these words, right? So we'll just try to write them out. Watasiwa, Shimba. Okay, so we had for the pronunciation I was supposed to go O Q U double Q E double T E. Conquete. Want to know what so इसका pronunciation मुझे समझ में नहीं आया था, and the pronunciation for demagogue, right? दो का प्रोनाउंसिएशन समझ में नहीं आया था, एंड मुझे मोर एग्जांपल देखने हैं स्वे के एंड स्नीर के. एग्जांपल pronunciation, right? Okay, so we had done one word substitution till 59. Now we are supposed to have some one word pronunciation, one word substitution till 92, and after that, after 92 we'll move to another things because one word substitution फिर बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाएगा, दिमाग खत्म हो जाएगा मेरा. Oh, sorry. Okay, so then we have 60th number of one word substitution. A person, especially a child, who depends on another person for home, food, and money is called dependent. दूसरे पर निर्भर. एज अ मी, मैं डिपेंडेंट हूँ, मुझे डिपेंडेंट नहीं रहना है, पर मैं हूँ बिकॉज आई एम फोर्स्ड टू बी डिपेंडेंट. इसमें मैंने स्टार्ट कर दिया ना. So next we have a person whose job is to decide how things such as clothes, furniture, tools, etc. will look or work by making a drawing, plans or pattern. We call designer, right? मेरा सर दर्द हो रहा है. So we'll एक पेज बहुत था one word substitution का, right? I know I'm doing something which I should not, but मेरे सर बहुत गंदा दर्द हो रहा है यार. ऐसा क्यों होता है मेरे साथ ही? Again, so this is only one page we have done. अब डिसाइड किया था यहाँ 4-5 पेज पढ़ूंगी. And one more appreciation को छोड़ के we'll try to some. Sorry sir. Hey, this is. Oh, okay. So this also one more appreciation is right? Oh, there are lots of words in one word substitution. Okay, so we're gonna try practice that one, right? And then after we will move from one word substitution after doing one page only. So let's try. And you are supposed to give of answers. I think I should for this time, but I don't have that. Like if I type the question in their live, it will be like okay. So I'm not going to type them out. If you are able to hear it, just give answer in the comment section. I don't even know if even a single person is watching the live or join, right? So the very first is the killing of one's mother as hai. That's a cheating. We didn't even read. It simply means that we have to read this much to solve this. Ow. Okay, so math three, like as a see, we'll try to guess them. We are not supposed to guess them out. I mean, that's a bad thing. Yeah? Cheating it is. I mean, you should ask in exercise one, first phase, then you should make exercise at the same time. No, this one. Okay, so we are given as an option. Options are apicide, avicide, matricide, or oxyricide. Oxoricide. Uxoricid. And it says that mother, so I think it will be a matricide. Matricide. I think I'm not sure. We should, I think, go with answer options out there. So we'll check if it is the correct answer out. Okay, so practice set one can answer at B. That is actually correct. Eh? I just had some that's right. Next is wait what? So they started this practice session by killing people. So second question is that the killing of one's sister is called as fratricide. Fratricide. I think fratricide is for the fa- father, right? Patricide for the both parents. I think I'm not sure about that. And the sorrow, sorrows the sorority side. It says that as sorority side should be the third one, no? The two was third is correct. Sorority side as in sister as is as. Then it says that a person who always finding fault. We had this like we read this out and it is a consorious a person who is always finding fault is called for sonoricious, right? Sonoricious. So it should be option number D is correct. A long wandering journey, a long wandering journey. I don't know. I'm giving you options if you are watching and if you are listening, if you are getting the voice clearly. The option number one is mandate. Option number two is libel, um, Libel. Option number C is Odyssey. Odyssey. Odyssey, Odyssey, and then option number D is John. I think as it says that a long wandering journey it should be John. So let's see option number. It's wrong. It's correct answer is Odyssey. Odyssey is Odyssey, right? And then option. The next question is fear of snake is called hypocon hypochondria. I think it's not the hypochondria. What exactly the hypochondria is? Just let me know in the comment section if I'll be when I'll stop this live. I will make that. Okay. Then is the pantheism. What is pantheism? Then we have phasmophobia. Phasmophobia. Then we have ophidiophobia. So I don't know anything about them, and I'm not even interested to go to the answers and find it useful or not. But I'm going to do it. Option number five, option five, question number D is the correct one. Is the ophidiophobia is called fear of snakes. Then next question is an intelligent and educated group or class of society or country is called intelligentsia, punctilious, lampoon, or elite. So it's actually called elite. Act of deceiving somebody in order to make money as a fraud, robbery, pickpocket, or theft. Act of deceiving, right? So it should be fraud, right? Deceiving somebody is actually robbery. No, it's actually wrong. It's fraud. So actually, answer of the seventh question, act of deceiving somebody in order to make money is fraud. Question number eight is one who loves book is called bibliophile. Bibliophile is actually the correct answer. However, the option number one is the bibliophobe, as we read previously. No, bibliophobe is used for the person who actually hates, who has a fear of book, hate of book, the person who don't like books, right? So, as bibliophobe and bibliophile is the for the person who loves book, right? The one knowing everything, person who one knowing everything is called what? Options are learned. Option number B is omnipresent. Omnipresent is a person, one who present everywhere, not exactly one who knows everything and one knowing everything. So option number C is omnipotent. On option number D is omniscient. So it should be in omnipotent or omniscient. So let's say nine ka D is actually correct. Omniscient is the actual correct answer for the thing, for one word of one knowing everything, right? And we are going to do still 10 because I think lots of things, lots of one words are those who those words, those pages that we skipped. Okay, so option number 10, question number 10 is a person who hates marriage is misogynist, misogynist, or misanthropist. I don't know what exactly the current is. The current is misogynist is actually the correct answer, the one who hates marriage. And this was the 10 questions from one word substitution for the today, and this actually has like lots of coverage. It's 90 till 92 90 pages. One word substitution is only right. Now we are going to I skipped that part. Now we are going to do as a difficult word, right? We what it was actually the practice. Okay, so those in practice at one, those difficult words were out there. He author is actually made list for that. The very first is UX oricide. Exoricide is the crime of killing your own wife, पत्नी को मारने वाला. Recluse is a person who lives alone and likes to avoid people as sannyasi. Recluse, elite group of powerful people. Intelligentsia is well educated and cultured people in the society. A bibliographer, a person who studies the history of books and their production. Bibliophile is a person who loves and collects books. Omniscient, knowing everything. Omnipotent, having total power. Omnipresent, everywhere present. Misandrist, a person who hates mankind. Cla- uh, clari- clag- uh, Clergy, priest, a demon, an evil spirit. Parasite, that lives on another. Psychopath, a person who praises or is strong or powerful people too much. Both to talk with too much pride about that you have. A stickler, a person who insists on something unyieldingly. Uh, Epicure, a person who enjoys food and drink of high quality and knows a lot about it. This will be called Satora. Anthropoid is looking like a human, मानव की तरह दिखने वाला. And this is something I'm not 100%. वन वर्ड से तो मेरा मन भर गया यार, इतना ज़्यादा वन वर्ड है. आई थिंक मैंने जितना पढ़ने के लिए सोचा था उतना तो वन वर्ड ही निकल गया. सिर्फ वन वर्ड पढ़ूंगी मैं. लेकिन या दिस इज एक्चुअली, hey, again I am getting an assessment for one word. It's really really good. Like, wow, great. So one word is okay. The answer is also provided of the assessment. So this was the half of the book was actually like जितना मैंने पढ़ने के लिए सोचा था उतना तो पूरा one word में ही खत्म हो गया. So now we are going to in second section, which is antonyms and synonyms. मैंने एक पेज पढ़ा one word का. Great. And yeah, so we are going to do antonyms and synonyms, and we will try to cover the antonyms and synonyms for at least 4 pages, like 1, 2, 3, and 4. बस इतना पढ़ूंगी, इससे ज़्यादा मेरे अंदर हिम्मत नहीं है पढ़ने की. Okay, so the very first is abundant, जिसका meaning है छोड़ना या त्याग देना. If you go for its synonyms, it's the abdicate, abjure, forsake, relinquish, right? And if you go for its antonyms, it's hold or retain. As abundant is to त्याग देना, and its antonyms to hold it. Like abundant, मैंने इसे अपने से दूर कर दिया, and synonyms मैंने अभी इसको hold करके रखा है. Antonyms अभी मैंने hold करके रखा है. Okay. Abased, which means in a samshar. Its antonym is confidence or buoyant. However, its synonyms is embarrassed, shameful, coy, or humiliated. And then is abject. We till now we had heard the word object. At the center, if we remove O from here and put A here, the word will be abject. As an adjective, which means heen or niche. A synonym is base, degraded, minimal, menial, ignoble, or mean. As antonyms is courageous or honorable. Then another word is ablaze, which means fraudulent or docile. Antonym says unexcited, very impressive or subdued, or synonym says confident, enthusiastic, impassive, right? Impassionate or incensed. Next, five number is ablution, as which means suddhi or snan, which means shuddhi or snan. Its synonym is bathing, cleansing, purifying, washing. Antonyms is pollution or contamination. The sixth number is abolish, which means उन्मूलन करना. Synonyms is eradicate, destroy, annihilate, repeal. Antonyms is support or creative. Abomination it means gara, which means abhorrence, antipathy, dislike. Lusitans, antonyms is liking or love. Abortive is निरर्थक और असफल. Synonyms is ineffective, futile, vain, or fruitless. Whereas its antonyms is fruitful or successful. Its nine number is abrogate. Abrogate means nearest karna, which means if you go for the synonym section, it's quash, repeal, cancel, abolish. Antonyms is indicate, enact, implement. Tenth number is its word is absolution, which means पाप से मोहित पाप मुक्त घोषित करना और पाप से मुक्ति. Its synonyms is pardon, liberation, forgiveness, and acquittal. Its synonyms is antonyms is condemnation or blame. 11th number is absonant, which simply means carcass or betuka. Its synonyms is preposterous, towering, unconscionable, or unreasonable. Its antonyms is inexpensive, moderate, or reasonable. 12 number is absorbing, which simply means rochak or ruchipur. In synonyms is interesting, enjoyable, engaging. Its antonyms is boring or dull. Next is abstain, which means bachna. As synonyms is refrain, avoid, demur, or desist. As antonyms is indulge or engage, right? Next is fourth number, which simply means abstemious, which means Sayami. Uh, I think I should go for its meaning along with the examples also. But still now, we'll try to know what exactly the words and we'll try to read them only out, right? So its synonyms is absent, self-restrained, or temperate. Its antonym, we can say this is greedy or flagrant. 14 number is abstruse, which means jatil or katin. If we'll go for the its synonyms, it's absure, perplexing, puzzling, or complex. Whereas if we'll try to know what are antonyms for them, is greedy or flagrant. Next, no, which simply or easy. Now next is the absurd, 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 which means मूर्खतापूर्ण. If we go for the synonym section of this, it's foolish, irrational, unreasonable, or silly. If we go for the synonyms, it's the antonyms, which means rational or wise. 17 number is abundance, which means prachurata or bahuyat, which if we go for the synonym section is the plenty, profusion, overflow, or amplitude, whereas its antonyms is scarcity or want. 18 number is abundant, which means prachur. If we go for the synonyms, it's the plentiful, profuse, overflowing, or ample. Antonym is scarce, 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 insufficient. If we go for the abusive, which is the 19th number of the word, abusive, which is an adjective, it simply means boast or insult. Its synonyms is offensive, violent, rude, bullying, and antonyms is humble or gentle, whereas the 20th number of the word is abysmal, which is an adjective which simply means bahut bura. Its synonyms is terrible, horrible, extremely bad, whereas antonyms is good or decent. 21st number academic, which means avyavharik or siddhantic. Is synonym is impractical, unreal, theoretical, whereas antonym is practical or real. 22th number acid, which simply means सहमत और स्वीकार होना. Synonyms is consent, comply, agree or accept, whereas its antonyms is dissent, defy, whereas accentuate, जोर देना और स्वराघात करना. If we try to go with the synonyms, it says emphasis, highlight, stress, or bring it out, whereas its antonyms is overlook or ignore. Then 24th number of word is acceptance, which simply means swikriti or sahmati. If we go for its synonym section, is an approval, agreement, acknowledgement, whereas antonyms is refusal or rejection. If we go for the 25th number, which simply means access, which means पहुंच. If we go for a synonym section, synonyms of the access is approach, reach, entry, admission, whereas its antonyms is exit or distance. Of word number 26 is accolade, which synonyms is which means prashansa, and its synonyms is commendation, approval, appreciation, praise, and no, at the same time, it's an antonyms is the criticism or condemnation. Okay, and question option word number 27 is accommodate, which simply means anukul banana. If we go for its synonym section, it simply means domicile, maintain, furnish, or settle. Its antonyms is turn or turn out. So option like word number 28, which is accomplice, 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 which is a noun, and its meaning is sah aparadhi. Its synonyms is helper, associate, assistant, or confederate, which is helper जिसने help की हो, साथ में associate जो associated हो, मतलब वो भी भाई मिला जुला है इसमें, राइट. एंड असिस्टेंट भाई मैंने काम किया है, मैंने तो और कोई मेरे साथ था जो मुझे असिस्ट कर रहा था, मेरे साथ में सारा काम कर रहा था. एंड कॉन्फिडेंट का मतलब मुझे नहीं पता है, एंड इसका मीनिंग मुझे जानना है, राइट. सो विल राइट इट in the book, in the notebook, is confederate. And next is its antonym part is opponent or obstructor, 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 obstructor. The word is obstructer. Obstructer. मतलब मुझे नहीं पता बट इसका एक्चुअली इट इज एन एंटोनियम ऑफ comply accomplice accomplice. So it's simply somewhere it will be having a meaning of a person who जो तुम्हारा साथ नहीं देता है kind of stuff, right? So I don't know what exactly it's what the actual word meaning of this sentence word, right? Next word is accuracy, which simply the meaning is यथार्थता और सही होना. If we go for the synonym section, it's precision, exactness, correctness, or nicety. Its antonym is error or fault. Third, 30th number of word is accurate. Accrue, accrue, which means वृद्धि होना या बढ़ना. If you go for the synonym section of it, accumulate, amass, gather, or increase. Antonym is decrease or lose. 31 number accusation. Accusation ये नाउन है. Accusation accusation accusation, which means दोषारोपण करना और अभियोग करना. सिनोनिम्स की बात करें तो इंडिस्टमेंट INDICTMENT, impeachment. Those two words I don't know what exactly these means are, so I'm going to write them out and we'll try to know what exactly the meaning of these two words. The very first word is INDICTMENT, and another word is IMPEACHMENT. किसी को पता हो तो write those meaning in the comment section and मैं देख लूंगी जब इसको end करूंगी, right? Next is charge or blame. Along with the antonym words is the defense or protection. Next word is accuse, which means आरोप लगाना और दोषी ठहराना, which synonyms is blame, charge, incite, or impeach. Its antonyms is defend or save. Whereas next word is acerbic, ACERBIC. Acerbic is an adjective which means katu or aprat. If you go for the synonym section, which simply means curt, rude, bitter, or acute. If antonym section is mild or modest, and the next word is acquaint, which means avagat karana. If we go for the synonym section, its meaning is accustom, formalize, familiarize, habituate, introduce. Whereas the antonyms is conceal, misrepresent, or withhold. Next word is acquittal, which means bury ya chutara. Synonyms is release, liberation, or clearance. Antonyms is conviction or punishment. Next word is a- accurate, acrid, ACRID, accurate, which is an adjective which means teach, सीखा. If you go for the synonym section, is better, punishment, or acrimonious, sharp. If you go for its antonyms, which means sweet or mild. Next word is acume, which is a noun, which means vivek, kushagra, buddhi. If you go for its antonym section, is stupidity or foolishness, whereas synonym section is actually as a sagacity, sharpness, talent, or perception. Next word is adamant, which means hatila or jiddi. Right? If we try to go for its, if we'll try to go for its synonym section, it is uh, stubborn, or persistent, rigid, or unyielding. Whereas its antonyms is obedient, lenient. Next word is adoptable, which is ADA. Ptable, which is an adjective which its meaning is अनुकूल or बदलने वाला. If we go for its synonym section, it has three synonyms even written here. The very first synonym is amendable, amendable, then men, then double, amen, then able, amendable, adoptable, adjustable. Its antonyms is rigid or constant, whereas चौथी 40वें नंबर का जो वर्ड है वो है adure. Ad, नहीं, adduce, adduce, which is a verb. इसका मतलब है साक्ष्य प्रस्तुत करना. To put the proof things, ठीक के मारना. Okay, so its synonym is quote, mention, quote, mention, or give a cite, whereas its antonyms is retract or withdraw, right? Okay, so अभी तक हमने 40 antonyms synonyms and 40 29, right? 40 के आसपास में 56 वन वर्ड कंप्लीट कर लिए हैं एंड 59 वर्ड कंप्लीट कर लिए हैं एंड 40 एंटोनियम्स सिनोनिम्स कंप्लीट कर लिए, बट याद मुझे घंटा कुछ नहीं हुआ है. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज adjustment, which means समाधान और समझौता. if we go for its synonyms, it's as यार मन नहीं है मेरा, 51 मिनट्स हो गए. अब मैं जा रही हूँ ऑफ करने. अब हो सकता है नेक्स्ट राउंड में आऊँ और उस बार विल ट्राई कि भाई 2 घंटे रुक जाऊँ, क्योंकि अभी मेरे से नहीं हो रहा है. ओके, बाय बाय, टेक केयर. भाई इतनी सारी किताबें लेके मैं बैठी थी कि मैं 3 घंटे बैठ के पढ़ूंगी, पर मेरे को 1 घंटा भी नहीं बैठ के पढ़ पाई.